Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Media Intake. I'm your host Christian Higgins, and today we'll be looking at one of the worst Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies so far, and that would be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3: Turtles in Time. Let's see why this movie, in my opinion, is one of the worst Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. As always, let's start with the pros. The first pro I have is that they brought back So you're saying they brought back Casey as a side character? Oh. Okay. So I got word that they brought back Casey as a side character and not a main character. So let's just the first real pro is April foreshadowing that she shrunk 4 guys into her Walkman, kind of saying that the Turtles are going to be arriving in the past soon, which I thought was pretty cool. Another pro in this movie is the location and the scenery of the movie. There's no tires in the water, there's no sewers, it's clear, drinkable water, unlike New York, which the Turtles say. And I think that's pretty cool. Would rather be in a city where, there's gasoline and cars and, not the cleanest air, or would you like to go back a couple of 100 years and see the forests and the rivers that aren't polluted yet? So I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought that was pretty cool that the Turtles actually commented on that. That's good script writing, and that's good knowing your surroundings. So the last pro I have with this movie, is when when Michelangelo saves Yoshi, the little kid. I thought that was a good scene. That makes the village trust the Turtles without making it seem forced. Until Raphael says, "I hope this makes them trust us now," which seems forced to write in the script. I don't think they had to write that line in the script. I feel like that the village should have just trusted the Turtles as soon as Michelangelo and Leonardo both saved Yoshi. Now before we get onto the cons, I'm just gonna share a friendly reminder with you guys and some statistics. So it says here that 65% of you are not subscribed to my channel, but 34% are. So if you're not already subscribed, which is 65% of you watching right now, please subscribe. It's free and there's no charge. And hit that bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video, a new media intake, and leave down in the comments for a new movie you want to see me review, because most likely I'll review it. Thanks guys. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell. And now, let's get on to the cons. So the first con is the plot. And the movie itself is just pointless. There's no Shredder in it. The villain is the English people. John Wick, is that his name? Dude, it's a bad movie. I didn't pay attention to these characters' names. They're not gonna come back for another movie, so why do I need to know them? Like Toka and Raza, I still remember their names. Why do I still remember their names? Because they were important characters. They mattered. They were trying to kill the Turtles. Of course you're gonna remember that. Who's this guy? Who is he? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's she? The only person I remember in this movie is Yoshi, because of this guy. Because of Yoshi from Mario. But I I don't know any other characters because they're pointless. I'm gonna do another 2 for 1 in this section. 1. The Turtles' costumes took like 5 steps back. They look so weird. They look unrealistic. They don't look like turtles. I don't know what the slope be. They look like green ducks. Like, I don't know what they were trying to do with this new like head shape. And the lighting and the vibe. Like the subway, like, you know, the underground where they live, the subway they live in, like the train. It looks like a 90s kids TV set. Like this scene right here, the one I'm showing right now, when Casey first shows up, like what are Raphael's expressions there? And there was there was this shot, hopefully I put it in, where one of the turtles looked like H3H3, like doing this like weird faces, and it was just so bad. It was so ugly. Turtle costumes, con. So speaking of the turtles, their lip movements, in the first 2, the mechanics of the lips moving had servos. I showed the behind the scenes. I don't know, they probably did the same here, but it just looks different. I'll try to put like a side to side of the lips moving with like the audio. So I'll play like one audio from like the first one and then the other audio from the third one to just show you how different they look and they sound. They don't sound pleasing, they don't look pleasing, and it's just another con.
Now you don't.
Right then. Ready?
Gee, if we die here in the past, does that mean that we don't get born in the future?
Hey, Tinkerbell, why don't you shoot us?
Leo, wait.
Sorry, are you addressing me?
Shoot us yourself, unless you're too scared.
Now, the other movies had this, but I didn't put it as a con. At least I don't remember. But it's a badly scripted movie. Like, this one is way worse than the other ones. And it hurts my brain because I think that's one of the core, like, 5 things you have to have in a movie to make it a good movie. You need the script, you need a good director, you need a good set, like scenery, you need good shots, and then sound. So that's like 5 things right there, and if one of them sucks, then that's just like, you're down to 4 things to make it up, and hopefully the 4 things are better. And like I said, the sound of the turtle speaking sounds off, so that leaves 3 other things, and they were all just okay. Like the shots, the directing, and the scenery was, like I said, a pro. So that's 1 out of the 5 things that stood out in the movie, and that's the basics of a movie. That's 1 out of the 5 things. So it's not a good movie if you just look at those 5 things, because they strike out on 2 of them, and then the other 2 are just like plain, and then you're left with the scenery, and the scenery is just a forest, which technically is, I was struggling to find that as a pro. One thing I noticed, because I watched these movies like 2-3 times, the second time watching it, I realized the movie was going really fast. And I kind of realized that the first time watching it, but then the second time watching it, I'm like, let me compare it to the other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. And yeah, I compared it and it was really fast. The other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies start at around like 30, 32 minutes, 35 minutes, like the main like details of the movie. Like when we're introduced to like the main characters, like we're introduced to like Toka and Raza, that was like 30 minutes. But the Turtles already travel back in time in the first 25 minutes. So that's like so much more fast paced. They're already in the main, like they're already met Toka and Raza at this point basically. So yeah, I just thought this movie was moving a lot faster than the other two previous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies. A small con here is that when Michelangelo falls off the horse, I can see the actor's skin for a little bit, or something that looks like the actor's skin. Just, it's like for like a frame, but I mean, that just proves that the costumes aren't that good. Like and no more mud on the actors' faces. So guys, that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, Turtles in Time. And it's under 5. I give it a 4 out of 10. With all the cons and not many pros and not many things that make the movie stand out, it's definitely under 5. If there was not as many cons and the pros stayed the same, but just not as many cons like the costumes, the script writing, and all that stuff, it would definitely be a 5. But because there's so many more cons, and pretty big cons too, that just makes it a 4 for me. So I recommend watching the other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the first one or the second one, and just don't even watch this one. It's not even worth your time. And remember guys, to just keep swimming. Stay awesome guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.